Hey everyone, welcome back to another video. Do you ever feel like someone is controlling your mind? Like someone can tell you exactly what to do or say, and you do it without even knowing why? Well, there are some psychological tricks that manipulators use to control your mind. And once you know what they are, you will be able to protect yourself from these people. So make sure to watch this video until the end to find out what these 5 psychological tricks are. But before we get started, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more amazing psychology videos. Let's start. 1. The art of scarcity. Have you ever noticed how people value things more when they are rare or hard to obtain? This is called the law of scarcity, and it is a powerful psychological trick that manipulators often use to control your mind. When something is rare, we tend to think it must be valuable. But it also creates a sense of urgency and pressure to make a decision quickly. This can be seen in many areas of life, from dating to sales to politics. For example, a salesperson might try to convince you that a product is rare or in high demand so that you will feel pressured to buy it before it is too late. Or a manipulator might make themselves seem unattainable or out of reach so that you will become obsessed with winning them over. By understanding the law of scarcity, you can become more aware of when manipulators are trying to control your mind. You must learn to recognize that just because something is rare or hard to obtain does not mean it is valuable or right for you. Take your time to make decisions and don't let yourself be pressured by the manipulator's tactics. 2. The halo effect. The halo effect is a cognitive bias that can lead to manipulators controlling your mind. It happens when you have a positive first impression of someone and you assume that they are also positive in all other areas of their lives. For example, if someone is attractive, you may assume that they are also kind, intelligent, and trustworthy. This can be dangerous because it can cause you to ignore red flags and overlook warning signs. As a result, manipulators can take advantage of the halo effect to create a false sense of trust. They may dress well, speak confidently, or appear charming to create a positive first impression. Then they can manipulate you into doing things that you wouldn't normally do. To protect yourself from the halo effect, you need to be aware of it and actively challenge your assumptions. Don't just take people at face value. Look beyond the surface and get to know them better before making any important decisions. Trust your gut feeling and don't ignore red flags just because someone is attractive or popular. 3. The Barnum effect. The Barnum effect is a psychological phenomenon that can be used by manipulators to control your mind. It refers to the tendency of people to accept vague and general personality descriptions as being true to themselves. For example, you might read a horoscope or personality test that says you are sensitive and emotional, and you might believe it's true, even though it could apply to almost anyone. Manipulators take advantage of the Barnum effect by providing you with vague, general statements about your personality or behavior that could apply to almost anyone. They may tell you that you are a caring person or that you have a lot of potential, and then use that to manipulate you into doing what they want. To protect yourself from the Barnum effect, it's important to be aware of its existence and to be critical of vague or general statements. Remember that just because someone says something nice about you doesn't mean it is true or that it should influence your decisions. Don't let manipulators fool you with empty flattery. Stay sharp and keep your wits about you. 4. Projection. Projection is a defense mechanism that we all use to protect ourselves from facing our own negative traits and emotions. We place those traits and emotions onto someone else, usually without even realizing it. For example, if you are angry at your boss, but you don't want to admit it to yourself because you need your job, you might start to notice that you are getting irritated by your coworker. Even though your coworker hasn't done anything wrong, you are projecting your anger onto them. Manipulators take advantage of projection to control your mind by placing their own negative traits and emotions onto you. They may accuse you of being selfish, lazy, or dishonest, even though you are not those things. They do this to make you feel guilty or ashamed so that you will do what they want you to do. To protect yourself from projection, you must learn to recognize when manipulators are doing it to you. Remember that just because someone accuses you of having a certain trait or emotion doesn't mean that you actually have it. Stay calm and don't let their accusations control your emotions or behavior. No. 5. The Pygmalion effect. The Pygmalion effect is a psychological phenomenon that can be used by manipulators to control your mind. It refers to the tendency for people to conform to the expectations that are set for them. For example, if your boss believes that you are a low performer, you may begin to believe it and start to perform worse. Manipulators take advantage of the Pygmalion effect by setting unrealistic expectations for you and then using that to control your behavior. They may tell you that you can't do something, even though it is possible, in order to make you prove them wrong. By showing them that you can do it, this gives them a sense of power over you. To protect yourself from the Pygmalion effect, you must learn to recognize when manipulators are setting unrealistic expectations for you. Don't let them push you around or make you feel like you can't do something. Stay positive and focus on your goals. Believe in yourself and your ability to achieve success. If you have been a victim of manipulation, it can be difficult to realize that you are being manipulated. Manipulators are often skilled at what they do and can make you feel like you are in control even when you are not. However, by being aware of the 5 psychological tricks that manipulators use to control your mind, you can become more resilient against their tactics. From the law of scarcity to projection, each trick is designed to exploit a different aspect of human psychology and behavior. By understanding how they work, you can better recognize when a manipulator is trying to influence your thoughts and actions. It is important to remember that manipulators often target people who are kind, empathetic, and trusting. These are all desirable traits, but they can also be taken advantage of by those with malicious intent. That's why it is so important to be aware of the tricks that manipulators use. As you have learned, manipulators often use the law of scarcity to make you feel pressured to make quick decisions. They may also use the halo effect to create a false sense of trust by making a good first impression. The Barnum effect is another trick that they often use, which involves taking advantage of your tendency to accept vague personality descriptions as being true. Projection is also a common tactic that manipulators use to avoid facing their own negative traits and emotions. Finally, the Pygmalion effect is a powerful tool for controlling your behavior by setting unrealistic expectations for you, and then using that to make you feel inadequate. Being manipulated can have a significant impact on your mental health and well-being. It can leave you feeling confused, anxious, and stressed. Recognizing the tricks that manipulators use is the first step towards protecting yourself against them. By understanding how they operate, you can become more aware of when you are being manipulated and take steps to stop it. If you suspect that you are being manipulated, it is important to seek help from a trusted friend, family member, or mental health professional. With the right support, you can learn to recognize the signs of manipulation and take steps to protect yourself. We hope that you have enjoyed this video and learned something new. If you did, please don't forget to leave us a like and subscribe for more content. Thank you for watching and take care.